Hey everybody, welcome back to Sneakers and Sports. At the time of this recording, we're about a week into the new year. So I thought I'd take a look back at some of the top sports stories of 2024. So let's get right into it, starting off with number 10. Something that I don't really cover very much on the channel here, but just the year that college football had. It started off with a pretty entertaining four-team playoff. It ended with Michigan winning over Washington in somewhat dominant fashion, but nonetheless quite entertaining, and then kind of led us to Nick Saban's retirement and the end of an era there at Alabama. And then the second half of the year, as far as college football, was dominated by the 12-team expansion for the playoff. It's been quite entertaining, the game so far. None of the top four seeds have made it into the semifinals. And then the amazing year that Travis Hunter had on both sides, on offense and defense, winning the Heisman Trophy. Personally, I would have given it to Ashton Jeanty. He had such an incredible year at running back. His numbers were too amazing to not give him the trophy, but I do see why the voters gave it to Travis. Moving on to number nine is the 2024 Euro Tournament. Again, not really something that I cover very much on the channel, but definitely something I had to mention here, and something that definitely made the list. Very entertaining tournament all around. Every 4 years, it's hard not to watch it and tune in. Yeah, it ended with a Spain victory over England in the final. Moving on to number eight, and something a little bit more local, something that I do cover on this channel, is the CEBL, or the Canadian Elite Basketball League. They had a great year this year, increase in popularity, and capped off by a pretty entertaining championship weekend, and ended with the Niagara River Lions becoming the 2024 CEBL champions. Played a great final against the Vancouver Bandits, and I wanted to give a quick shout out to them. They had an amazing season, my local team. Um, Hopefully, they get another chance to try and win the trophy next year. But for now, the CEBL championship resides in Niagara. So, congrats to the River Lions. We'll see what happens next year, and already looking forward to another amazing year in the CEBL. Staying home within Canada, the number seven sports story of the year is the 2024 Grey Cup. Another rematch between the Toronto Argonauts and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And this time, yet again, goes to the Argonauts. Congrats to the Argonauts. And a quick side note, I mean, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, they've made the last five Grey Cups, and they've lost their last three. So they're 2-3 in the last five Grey Cups. They did win their first two that they appeared in, that dating back to 2019 and then 2021. Obviously, COVID 2020, the CFL didn't have a year, so yeah, Winnipeg's looking to try and get back for a sixth straight year, but this time try and win so that they can become 3-3 in the last six Grey Cups. So hard to call it a dynasty, but I mean, hard not to because they've been in the Grey Cup the last five seasons. So we'll see what happens next year, but yeah, Grey Cup resides again in Toronto. The number six sports story of the year is the dominating playoff run from the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum played great. Obviously he underperformed a little bit in the NBA Finals, which is why Jaylen Brown got the Finals MVP trophy. But again, full credit to him. Full credit to Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, well deserving. Kristaps Porzingis, big shout out to him. I mean, who knows what would have happened if he hadn't ended up on the Celtics after such a long journey back from his ACL tear back when he was on the Knicks. So it's great to see him get a ring. They're definitely looking like they're gonna be on track to repeat this year. They're one of the best teams, I'd say, at this point in time. Again, we're about a week into 2025. If I had to guess, I'd probably say it's a Thunder Celtics finals matchup, which, if that's the case, I mean, that'd be pretty entertaining if they're playing at their best. So, now getting into the top five. The number five sports story of the year is just the crazy up and down year that the world number one golfer, Scottie Scheffler, had. A lot of ups, definitely, I will say. Just to name a few, is he won the Players tournament in amazing fashion. He had an insane final round. Um, I'm pretty sure he holed out on from the fairway on one of his shots, and that kind of jump started his comeback. And yeah, and won the Masters. He's won two Masters in the last 3 years, so he's definitely on a major run right now. And then um, and he made his year even crazier by that whole arrest situation during the second round of the PGA Championship. when there's that whole situation of the employee that unfortunately got into that accident, and then there was confusion with some of the police officers there at the scene, and Scotty Scheffler and not knowing who he was, and so they detained him, they put him in cuffs, they even took his mugshot, they had him in the orange jumpsuit and everything, and that went viral. It became a meme. It became so popular that me and my golf partner ended up going as Scotty Scheffler in the orange jumpsuits for one round at our golf tournament this past year. So moving on to number four, and this is a pretty big year for the WNBA, I have to say. Probably the biggest year they've ever had since their inception in 1996. But also a lot of controversy that came with it. But first, let's talk about the positives, all the good things that happened. It was an amazing playoffs, capped off by the New York Liberty winning the 2024 WNBA championship. So congrats to them, Brianna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, everybody else on that team. They definitely deserved it, well deserving. Great job. And then, yeah, just an amazing year we had. Definitely an increase in skill, an increase in entertainment, that's for sure. And a lot of that has to do with the amazing rookie season by Caitlin Clark. And I know a lot of older WNBA players and retired WNBA players and people that are kind of watching the league and things like that that have seen the league before and then watched it this year. They had a lot to say about her. And personally, I see a lot of similarities in her rookie season to LeBron James's rookie year, how there's a lot of expectation on him, and then a lot of people that were already in the league were kind of putting him down a little bit, just saying like, "Oh, he's not that great. He's gonna have a bit of a test when he gets into the league." And obviously, that wasn't the case. As soon as LeBron James entered the league in his rookie year, he was dominating, and he's been doing that ever since. And it's kind of the same with Caitlyn. She did have a bit of a early struggle, but there's that All-Star break, and then after that, she kind of came back, and she's easily been one of the top players this season. She had a great rookie year. She's the only rookie ever to get a triple double, and then she did it twice. So, all the negative things that some people have to say about her, I don't really agree with it. I think that there's a little bit of hate behind it, a little bit of jealousy, I think, just because she is that good. And yeah, I mean, exciting to see what she does in the second year. And they made the playoffs, the Indiana Fever. So maybe they're gonna have to make a trade or get some upgrades, or maybe just get better within as far as skill and chemistry, and then maybe they can try and make a run. But for now, the championship goes to New York, and this is actually their first championship as a franchise, and they've been in the league since the beginning, since 1996. So this is well overdue for them. Congratulations, and yeah, hopefully the WNBA continues to get more entertaining and increases in revenue and attendance and things like that. And so it's just all good things you want to see. So I'm going to make this one quick. Number three goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. Back to back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Taylor Swift. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Travis Kelce. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Patrick Mahomes is great. Andy Reid is great. Um, they got the number one seed this year again, heading into the playoffs. We'll see. I really want it to be someone else, but yeah, good job, Chiefs. Number three. And now moving on to the number two sports story of the year, something that I was very, very close to putting at number one just because of how the story progressed and how it ended up and just everything around it, which is the Stanley Cup Finals that was just amazing to watch from start to finish. I mean, when you first saw the matchup between the Panthers and Oilers, you thought probably going to go seven, which it did, just not the way you thought it would. Um, started off with a 3-0 start from the Panthers, and you thought, I mean, wow, that's it. There's no team that's ever come back from 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals. There's only been a handful of teams that have ever come back from a 3-0 deficit to win in general, no matter what the series is. So, I mean, we all thought it was over. And then for the Oilers to come back the way that they did, just the way that it completed with a game seven and such a tight, stressful game. It was a 2-1 game. Um, they were so close. The Oilers were so close to coming back, and full credit to the Panthers for staying composed and not feeling the stress of possibly choking a 3-0 lead. They ended up winning the game, game seven. And so it's the first championship for the Panthers. Congratulations to them, especially after losing the previous year in the finals. So, and before we move on to the number one sports story, I thought I'd take a look at some of the honorable mentions that didn't quite make the top 10. The first one being the Yukon Huskies going back to back in the men's college basketball national championship. Another quick honorable mention is definitely the moment between LeBron James and his son Bronny Jr., being the first ever father and son duo to ever play in an NBA game together. Another quick honorable mention is Max Verstappen winning his fourth straight F1 World Championship. Congratulations to him and Red Bull. And the last honorable mention I want to give a shout out to is the LA Dodgers. Baseball, not a sport that I cover here on the channel, but they definitely had a great run. Shout out to Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman on an amazing World Series performance, and the rest of the crew there, Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, everybody on the team. Congratulations, you guys definitely earned it, and see if you guys can repeat next year. All right, moving on to the number one sports story of 2024 here at Sneakers and Sports, and I had to give it to the Paris 2024 Olympics as a whole. You know, the Summer Olympics only happen every 4 years. This is the first time that we had spectators in attendance at a Summer Olympics since COVID. Obviously, the Tokyo Summer Olympics didn't have anybody there to watch in person, so it was just great to see crowds again. Um, and then just the entertaining sports as well. I mean, Simone Biles winning gold medals in dominant fashion again. All the swimmers that put on amazing performances. Give a shout out to some of the Canadians. I mean, Summer McIntosh, she did an amazing job. Um, and then obviously the sprinting. Shout out to the men's 4x100 relay team, shocking the world and winning gold. That came out of nowhere because we had nobody in the 100. Individual event that was really in contention. So to put it all together for all four sprinters was really a special moment. And then we definitely have to talk about the men's basketball tournament here. I mean, what an amazing last two games by the U.S. men's team, specifically the guy on the screen here, Steph Curry, his four straight threes in 2.5 minutes in the gold medal game to win it. I mean, just another insane moment that is just going to live on forever. Um, Another thing to add to Curry's Hall of Fame career. I mean, just the difficulty of the shots that he took in the time that he took them at in that moment. You know, you have 2 minutes left in the gold medal game in the Paris Olympics. You know, it's Team USA. Like USA has to win. You have to win gold if you're Team USA and it's basketball. Like there's no excuse. And for him to put up those shots, you know, you have LeBron James and Kevin Durant, you know, on the wing next to you calling for the ball, and you say no, nah, man, I got this. Is just insane. I mean, and they had all the confidence in him to take that. You know, they knew that it was his time, and you could just tell going down the court that there was no way Steph wasn't going to take a shot in those moments. So you know who the ball is going to, you know what he's going to do with it, but you still can't stop him, which is just the craziest thing in the world. Just what an amazing moment that was. That easily had to be the number one sports story of the year. That's going to wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what I missed. Let me know how you would order it, if you would order it any differently. I want to know. I want to hear from you. So thanks again for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you guys again soon.